Hey, Cowboys Nation, I'm Nick Eatman here along with Stephen Jones, Cowboys Chief Operating Officer. And Stephen, it felt like a bye weekend, even though you did play last Thursday against the Giants, got the win. How was it to sit and maybe watch some NFL games knowing you've already got the win and now just kind of see what the rest of the league looks like?
Well, first of all, to get the win was huge. I mean, on the road against a divisional opponent, I mean, we needed it, after having two tough games at home. So just to get that win, I think, helped everybody in the organization, from the players to the coaches to the executives. It was a good win to get. But then, yeah, we did enjoy Sunday watching the games and seeing how these other games unfolded. And, of course, when you're a divisional opponent, you're always rooting against the other guys. Right. So it's nice to see Philly take one on the chin. But then, hats off to Dan Quinn and his Commanders. They played really well, and they're good young quarterbacks playing well. So we paid attention to those games, obviously. And, just watching the other certainly the Ravens stepped up and showed that
they'll poke the bear.
They came in here playing like that against us too. So we were ready to play against them. But they're a difficult team, and it's a good week, and we're getting prepared to play the Steelers. I serve on the competition committee with Coach Tomlin, and he's always got his Steelers prepared. I think he's one of the longest tenured coaches, if not the longest tenured coach in the NFL, and that's for a reason. And he's always got his teams to play good, tough Steeler football, and certainly I know they're going to be attacking us where a lot of teams have started to come at us there against the run, but I like what we're doing.
All right, let's talk about defense, like you said. And, it was a costly win, if you can have that, with Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence both injured. Can you talk about their status and maybe the expectations of a timetable for them?
Yeah, I mean, as we know on injuries, you never know the exact time they're going to miss, but hopefully Micah is going to be on the shorter end of missing time. I mean, probably, given that he's probably not going to play this week, but then after that it'll be week to week, and then D-Law's more significant with the foot sprain in terms of no one will probably be without him for, at least 4 weeks, and, it could creep into, 4 to 8 week time frame. You just don't know. Now, both those guys want to play football like no other. They're competitors, and I know if they can beat those time frames, they're the type of guys who want to get out there and get back with it.
You mentioned competition committee. A few years ago, you would have lost maybe some of these guys for the whole season. I mean, how much is the injured, designated to return status really help teams across the league?
Yeah, I just think it's been a positive thing. We experimented with it, and I do think it gives roster flexibility in terms of being able to keep healthy guys on the roster in a time where we're stressing player health and safety. You don't push guys to get back. You give them their full-time allotment to get back, so you have healthy players, and you're not overworking guys. You're able to have depth and bring guys up from the practice squad when you do move a guy over like we will with DeMarcus Lawrence. We won't use that designation with Micah because we really think it's going to be on the shorter end of 4 weeks, and we want him back as soon as we can get him back. And we knew DeMarcus Lawrence would be easily used the 4 weeks. So, that was pretty much a given, and we'll just continue to work and hopefully develop young players in their absence, and some guys will step up and be guys that we can count on.
One more thing about Micah. What's been your stance over the years when you have an injury and a bye week sitting there? Maybe he could come back in 2 weeks for the Lions game, but then there's a bye week after that. Do you like saying, hey, let's go, let's push it, or do you say, man, we need everything we can have, we need it?
Well, when you're 2-2 and fighting for your life, which we are, I mean, we're fighting week in and week out, then you want to get the guys out there. At the same time, you want to be smart. And certainly I think we got the best in the business in Britt Brown, who's our head of rehab back there, and then Jim Maurer. They're going to do what's in the best interest of the player. We want as a long season, what's in the best interest, but you don't want to use it as a crutch either. But certainly you want to be smart.
On your offensive side, your left tackle, Tyler Guyton, had kind of a rough night, and at least what it looked like. How do you think he graded out, and are you excited about just his progress? He just keep getting out there each week.
Yeah, he's just got to go every week. I mean, any of these rookies are going up against some of these veteran ends like he did the other night. One of the first picks in the drafts a couple years ago, and then certainly a guy like a Burns, who's an established defensive end. I mean, he's been welcomed to the NFL in a hurry, and he's doing a lot of really good things. Now, you're going to have your moments when you're playing against these veteran pros, and certainly we've got to look at helping him on occasion. But overall, we're really pleased with what him and BB are getting accomplished.
Last one, Hunter Lipke. I call him Thanksgiving because he just keeps putting things on his plate and he just keeps taking it and taking it. What could he not do? I mean, it seems like every week he's doing something a little bit more.
Well, Mike's always been a big fan of his and compared him to players he's had in the past there at Green Bay. But, you know, this guy can. I mean, he's a really, really good fullback. He can play tight end. He can be the running back on third down, great in pass pro. I mean, as you said, he's a tool.
Yeah.
We used to call it, you know, a tool who could do so many different things. And certainly he's just a football player and makes plays when we need him to, whether it's a short yardage run or a catch out of the backfield or picking up a blitz. You know, he's up for the task, and he's a really good football player to have on this team.
And he's kind of built for a game like you're probably going to have in Pittsburgh. You know, that type of game. You need those kind of guys out there.
Well, when you go against the likes outside of our division, you go against the likes of a Pittsburgh, a Cincinnati, a Cleveland, and a Baltimore. You know, they call them the black and blue division for a reason. So it's a lot of physicality when you play those guys. They certainly construct their football teams to play in that division, and it's good for us. It's good for us to go against teams like this and get us prepared for the long haul.
Time flies. I can't believe that Dak and Zeke's rookie year. That's the last time you played up there, in 2016.
I remember that game well.
It was a good one. All right, let's maybe the Cowboys can duplicate that. Sunday Night Football in Pittsburgh. That's Stephen Jones, Cowboys Chief Operating Officer. We'll see you next time on DallasCowboys.com.